Hey guys, Raiderpint here, back for another video. Today we are back on MineLink, and we have an interesting cannon here. It's a basic cannon, but it does different stuff than a basic cannon. I guess it's like a tunneler, but it's not. So yeah, so this cannon, sorry, would be used at end bases. So pretty much, with Void, it's kind of like Archon style, I guess you could say. What we had to do is use Wither and everything, and this would only work if their base is at like Y2 to Y0, somewhere in between there. As long as you can just get into there, that'd be all fine. With most end bases are very, very low for good reasons. So yeah. So let's get into this. So this is how pretty much your basic walls are, and an end base. So this is cobblestone, whatnot, whatever. So yeah, pretty much you have under here, which is dry, because watering under that it just takes super long. This is all dry right here, but that's how this is kind of based off of, just how this is all dry, and I can drop TNT under Void. Now I'm going to shoot this real quick, and I'm going to see how it works. So you're going to see there's a lot of power, stuff like that. Pretty much you just have TNT drop under Void, or under Y0, because this is Y0 right here. Under Void, and then have it explode, making the actual thing, the block under it, the dry block, explode. That's how this whole concept based off, and it works fine. It works completely fine. See how far again. And it's super simple to do. It doesn't take much at all anymore. But yeah, so pretty much this cannon needs to be able to fusion, because sometimes it won't work properly. So I'll just show you guys this real quick. Oh, whoops. So I mean, I guess it's kind of verification that fusions, but yeah, just a little example there, and you can see it can go right through that, make some fusion rings. So yeah, it needs to be able to fusion, because let's say something goes like that, then it skips a wall or whatever, it would still hybrid that block and whatnot. You can adjust it by one block in between, so that's nice, I guess. So if you want to raise this up one, you could. But yeah, let's get into how this cannon actually works. Now, this cannon actually works off of just getting it as close as you can to Y0 as possible. Now, you're bringing TNT under the Void. Okay, so you want the perfect amount of delay, so you can get the biggest hole, and the most effectiveness, I guess you'd say. First, you just have a bunch of power here. This is a 13 by 2 by 9 power, so it's a lot of power. We got the 14 block booster here, and then we have, I think this is 40 TNT for hybrid. Well, not hybrid, but explosion power, I guess you could say. And then have it separated by one full repeater and then one repeater on 3. So yeah, that's how that is all closed up and together and everything. So we have to get shot in through one side of the barrel, and you can see it's just a 2-high barrel, super simple, super easy, and it's just going right onto a slab. That's all you really need to do, is having it go onto a slab, and then it getting shot out. That's completely fine. Nothing will explode, whatever. It's all good. So yeah, I'll try to see if you can see that. There it is. Yep, and then you can see it busts it. That's perfect. And if by any chance the base you're raiding does actually water under their walls, which by the way would be a pain, it would literally be so annoying to go around to every single wall and do this. You don't even understand. It would be really annoying. Then that's fine. That's completely fine if they do that. It's whatever, right? If they have it like that though, and then they have it water like that, but then their next wall is like this, then that faction deserves to get raided. That's all I'm gonna say. That faction really does, because you can still bypass that with a 2-block barrel. You can probably even get like a 1-block barrel. Yeah, you can probably get a 1-block barrel too, because you can destroy this and place blocks on this. So you could literally do something like block this off, destroy this, and then have that be your ground, but have like a slab on the bottom. That would work fine. It'd still work, right? But in case they have this design like that for every single one of their walls, or at least some walls, Then you can take a different approach, and I have one, but it's really outdated, and I'm not gonna show it because it's really bad. But you can get a cannon that pretty much drops TNT under Y0, and it creates a reverse effect. So it's kind of like a midair, except it's being dropped down. So you have your power, like right here, and then like the other two right there. So pretty much it's getting dropped down and then it's getting shot straight, and then once it reaches under the base, you have it reverse, and then it brings TNT up here, and then hits the top of the base, and then it goes boom and explodes the base. But there's only a problem with there's one problem with that, is that you have no way of actually getting to the base. Considering it's an end base, there's probably a gap somewhere, making it hard to get to the actual base. Now, people are gonna say again, well, what if the base is watered? If the base is watered, then they're very not smart, because you really don't want any of your end bases watered, because pretty much that means people can just sit on your base and float in the water, and that's kind of not that's the opposite of what you want on an end base, you know. Want people to die in the void, don't want them to come back or whatever. So yeah, that's kind of the point of this cannon, is to do that. You could end. A lot of people say aim for the corner of the base, which I get, because one, it would do like the most damage, and two, it's just safer, because if it is water, then you can, it's the corner, it's just the most reliable thing. Because let's say you have, oh, that's right, I gotta world edit this out, that's annoying. Set air. Let's say people have a base like this, and then it is watered. If I can get my water right here, it is watered like this. And then under, if it is, oh, not under, sorry, but yeah, people say aim for the corner, because frickin', you're fine. People say aim for the corner because it's just the easiest way, and then most people won't water this if it is an M base. They can just hit this, and they can explode as much as they possibly can, which is reasonable. I'll say that, it's definitely reasonable, but you don't necessarily have to. But in most cases, people will just do this to actually get like a pathway to the actual base, which makes sense. And then people use an ender pearl cannon, which that's hard to, it's not hard to make, but it's, you know, it's hard to actually pull off. But yeah, so that's kind of how you would raid end bases without a wither. You know, say wither's are disabled, but you have an Archon styled end. I don't know why that would be that, but you know, whatever. People are different, you know. I'll leave a schematic to this cannon here, so if you guys want to use it, this goes right at like Y0 here. Like looking at Y0, I'm literally standing on Y1, so that's where it would go. So yeah, technically you could use this on a overworld base too, because a lot of people don't water under their base on overworld base, but they might have reverse layers, and that would counteract that. And most M bases do not have reverse layers because you can't stack sand, so there's no point. You can't hybrid it, you know. So yeah, that's just kind of how that would work out. So yeah, not much else to say, but you know, I'll leave a description. I mean, I'll leave down to this cannon. Super simple cannon. You know, it's just easy to create. You know, basic stuff. So yeah. Hope you guys know this little concept of this, how to raid end bases out of Wither. I know it's been out there before, so I'm not going to say I created the concept or anything, because I definitely did not. So yeah, I'm Raiderpint, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.